News 46 is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, a suspect gets reprimanded by a judge in court. The Tonopah Hospital is discussed by the commissioners. The University of Nevada Cooperative Extension is having a pruning workshop. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Courtney, Salmon. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, January 6, 2016. I'm Courtney Salmon for News 46. A pretrial hearing was held today for the Pahrump man who was arrested after allegedly attacking a Nye County Sheriff's Office deputy, then leading police on a two-day manhunt.
Tensions rose as Jeffrey Stevens got in trouble yet again in court this morning. A noticeably livid Judge Kent Jasperson sternly warned Mr. Stevens that his courtroom antics and continued attempts to speak to and apparently harass his estranged wife must cease. During today's pretrial hearing, Judge Jasperson described Stevens' actions, stating, quote, "This morning, Stevens was lipping to his wife, 'Call me. I love you.' The judge then told Stevens and the court, quote, 'If you don't stop, I'll figure out other ways for him not to contact his wife.' The Nye County Sheriff's Office has even reportedly caught the suspect unlawfully calling her from jail. Additionally, Stevens' estranged wife, Teresa Incapero, had previously told News 46 that Stevens was threateningly glaring at her during previous court proceedings. These happenings all stem from Stevens reportedly violating the extended restraining order his wife placed on him, which ultimately led to the suspect's arrest on Dahlia Street on December 17th. Stevens even allegedly made threats at the store his wife owns with what she believes is this shotgun, which was found stashed in a grassy area near her store. Stevens' defense attorney was also in court today and commented on his client's case.
One of Mr. Stevens' cases, one of them that he's already been convicted of, is domestic battery. The alleged victim, or the domestic battery he's convicted of, is the victim is his wife. There's a TPO against him. A temporary protective order, stay away from. Apparently, she was in the courtroom, and while he was in custody, he was mouthing or talking to her. I wasn't there. The judge witnessed it from the bench. So the judge could have, one could have found him in contempt and sanctioned him, or he could have advised the DA. The DA may have charged him new charges for violation of TPO. He just gave him a warning. I've admonished my client to just leave her alone, don't talk to her.
Stevens remains in custody and faces a laundry list of charges, including 11 counts of violating a restraining order by calling his wife from behind bars 11 separate times, resisting a public officer, battery on a peace officer, and attempted robbery. Stevens' preliminary hearing is set for January 20th. This is Unette Gentry reporting for News 46.
Norman Stevens met with the judge yesterday for his part in his father Jeff Stevens' arrest. Police were originally dispatched to Mayfield Ranch in reference to a domestic dispute. Norman's mother, Teresa, said that Norman called her stating that he wanted her to help him. Norman was with his father, Jeffrey Stevens, at that time. Teresa has an extended protection order against her estranged husband, Jeff. Upon arrival, Teresa discovered tape over her security cameras, and while viewing security footage, found Norman placing tape over the security camera. Norman lied to police about being at the residence with Jeffrey and placing tape over the cameras. After showing the footage to him, he confessed to lying and was then arrested. Norman was transported and booked at the Nye County Detention Center. The judge is prepared on January 14th to take a plea from 18-year-old Norman Stevens, which would include dropping all charges except obstruction of justice. He is expected to have jail time and a possible $350 fine. The Board of County Commissioners discussed on Tuesday holding a special meeting concerning the proposed 5-year agreement between the Northern Nye County Health Hospital District and Renown Medical Group, who operates the Nye Regional Medical Center in Tonopah.
Possible action decision deliberation regarding a professional service agreement between Northern Nye County Hospital District and Renown Medical Group to provide a professional preliminary and primary and urgent care services.
Okay.
Angela, do you want us to go forward with this, with the way it's written, with the modification that the commissioner was just talking about? Or do you want to hold this one for a little later in the agenda so we can maybe get a copy to you, can see what we're talking about?
Well, I would like to discuss it with our council and make sure it's okay. And there are, I said, a couple of more changes that will probably occur before it's finalized. If I understand that you guys want this done ASAP, I can appreciate that. As you know, I know that they need it up there. But
Mr. Chairman?
if we could have a special meeting just to, convene to approve the final version, I think that would be very beneficial and wise.
Mr. Chairman, the motion that you had on the floor was simply to pass it in concept with everything that is in here, because everything we're doing now is, I believe, after I received Angela's update midday yesterday, I think everything else is simply wordsmithing, but she would have to correct me on that if she had some additionals after that.
Well, I think there's, one of the things we may get stuck on is as far as the maintenance of the building, 2.2.2.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And
Then
that,
I'm going
I
to
think, is
withdraw
going to
my
need to get
motion.
clarified with their council.
Then I would like to withdraw my motion and make a new one.
I withdraw my second.
Okay.
Okay. The motion I would like to make is to please pursue this between our district attorney and your council and get all the language worked out as soon as possible and call a special meeting for final approval.
Second.
Mr. Lilly has been bringing up over and over and over that this hospital district was created simply to pay back some money. That is not what the hospital district was created for. It was created to operate a hospital district and provide for the services that are needed in the rural area. Also, the ordinance creating the Board of Trustees stated the same and mentions the same NRSs. So the purpose of the hospital district is to operate a hospital district that will provide for medical services in an underserved area.
Okay.
And again, that's the reason why we have the special meeting being scheduled, and then we'll have all the complete information as the DA had stated, that we'll have both legal folks work out the issues, and then we'll move on.
Well, I was just hoping to get my concerns in there so that if they weren't in what Ms. Bello, or DA Bello, suggested, that perhaps they could be changes made as they go along, because I'm looking at this and it looks rather robotic. So thank you. That was all I had to say.
Okay, 5-0.
And I believe it's 5-0. Motion carries.
After this break, we'll have your Desert View Hospital health tip.